as good as I get.
Dude, I did one thing a long time ago. I did the vocal and the background. It's kind of stupid though, but harmonize with myself.
Well, if you can and you can get away with it.
Artists do it. I got it from Stevie Wonder. I mean, he did it all the time, so that's kind of where I got. It was like, damn, Stevie backing up Stevie, man.
My buddy goes out and does these things with this. He'll play like a Rush song or a Genesis song, and he'll play every instrument. And he just keeps on over making layer after layer after layer.
Rush, that's a good one. Fly By Night, I like that tune. That Fly By Night. Oh, the gay, yeah.
I wonder how much of this can we get away with? They blocked my video the other day because there's a Kennedy speech in the front of my song.
Ooh, copyrighted by the Kennedy Museum or something. Presidential Library Archive.
It was something, man. I didn't know, so I gotta chop that up now before I pull out.
You guys ever heard Robert F. Kennedy Jr. talk about the vaccines?
Yikes.
Well,
that's how he talks.
Is it?
Yeah, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He's like,
all right, man, you picking on my man with I forget what he's got. Yeah, he can barely breathe.
I want to make fun of the speech impediment.
It's a speech impediment. It's a speech impediment caused by some kind of like a neurological disorder. Right?
Yeah. Really? You busting his balls like that?
He's all over this vaccine.
I'm an asshole, but that's really an asshole.
Yeah, when he talks,
I call somebody out, it's because
he struggles.
Better.
I like what he says.
The guy struggles to breathe. Okay. So while his voice fluctuates when he exhales because he has to exhale while he's talking, so he struggles to breathe. So that's why you hear that.
I wouldn't wish that.
He's got like the goat sound to his. So, I mean, he's been around. I'm surprised he's still alive. To be honest with you, he's still kicking.
Yeah. So, all right. So I'm doing a little bit of sharing.
Yeah, share it out. Let me do that too. See if I can find it here.
And
Lou Diamond's live now. Okay, let's click that.
Yeah, we're about to pump it. Don't worry. We're going to get 10 viewers in here. You can mark it down.
So, and then
Luke, you're a dick. Tony, you're a prick, and Matt is a loser. Good afternoon, Marcus.
Wow.
There we go.
Now we got some
welcome, you cock-sucking motherfucker. How you doing, Marcus? Good to see you.
Yes, sir.
His name to Carcass.
Marcus the Carcass. All right. So, welcome. Yes,
I shared it.
Fun, exciting day off. We decided we shall still move forward. And here we are.
Good call on Ottawa the other night, Marcus. I'll give you that.
Yeah, that was good. They got the early lead and never looked back, did they? Looked good.
No, they went tied, but they won in overtime.
Okay, yeah, I like 170 winners, man. Those are always nice.
Yeah. How about freaking Minnesota Wild last night, up 3-0, then they give up a touchdown. 7 goals in a row by the St. Louis Blues. Couldn't believe it.
Blues were desperate for the win. Are they in? I haven't even paid attention. I'll have to look at that shit tonight, see who plays who, to be honest. I'm going to get into it tonight.
I'm not going to lie. If you see a team trailing and they're not, not a bad team, like I would take them as a live dog. I mean,
I like a lot of dogs in the playoffs, but I try to pick my spot. I try not to be careless, and I try to pick my spots that make logical sense. And it seems to work. Hockey, because the teams will play to that. They're all grinding it. All these games, a lot of the games will be grinding unless there's like a total disparity between teams. And there's a lot of live dogs in the hockey playoffs. If you just you got to think logically. And realize when a team must win that there's probably a slightly better chance that they'll win. And if you can get them at whatever, I do it too. So that's what we're looking for in the hockey. That's coming up starting tomorrow. NHL hockey tomorrow. They're running the second leg of the Triple Crown.
Yeah, you're gonna have some horses.
Yeah, I did a little bit today. I hit a little cheap double, so I'll certainly be wasting that money on the Pimlico card tomorrow, dude. I hit a little double.
Is Baffert really still got a lot of some value? You know, I mean, what are we doing? I mean, I got a buddy calling me and said, "Give me $100 on Spirit, whatever the
I'm pretty much against the Derby horses most of the time. I mean, only here in the past 5 or 6 years have even got burned, just kind of fading the Derby winner, and especially when it wasn't the favorite. Like, you can pick out the ones that actually did well going from race like Orb, American Pharaoh, but those horses were favored in the Derby, and they won the Derby, won the Preakness. This horse was not. Medina Spirit was 10, double digits, right on the cusp. They're like a $22 horse. So you're getting a horse that typically doesn't come back and do well in the Preakness. That's my feel for it. So initially, whether this horse was running or had problems with the drug test, I was going to be looking to probably fade the horse anyway. So that's kind of where I sit on it. I'm just going to view it as a typical. I'm not even going to have that other shit that happened with Baffert's not even really probably factor into the handicap I do for this race. That's me personally.
Well, I'm going to
Ram has been a popular pick. Marcus put up #1 Ram. I've heard it a lot. I'm not convinced. I'll think about it. It's one of those I'll sleep on it and see what I think later. I'm kind of think too many people. I'm hearing too many people like it, and that's kind of immediately scares me away on a horse bet. Everybody's seen the movie Let It Ride. When one of the races, Richard Dreyfuss needed a winner, so he goes out in front of the Hollywood Park with this program and asks everyone approaching which horse they liked in the next race. And as they told him, he was scratching it off, and it was a variety of people. I like the 3 horse. Yeah, I think the 9's going to be the winner. And as each person says, he's scratching off his program, and at the end, he's left with one horse that nobody said. Takes that to the window and cashes with it. And shit is hilarious, man.
If you haven't seen it, or if you haven't seen it
it's
in a while,
worth watching. It's a good cast, well written. It's fucking funny, dude. It really is. It's a funny movie. Let It Ride. Buster Poindexter, Johansson guy, like a degenerate loser that's like betting is fucking selling blood and coming back and losing it on a horse, man. It's fucking hilarious, man.
All right, what do we? Let's get into. I got a couple baseball plays.
Tell us who you like.
So we'll talk a little baseball. What's that?
Tell us who you like in baseball.
Is it on Lou or me?
I
think we're having technical.
Yeah, Lou drags a little bit. I'm seeing if it'll snap out of it.
I think.
Am I dragging
right now?
Am I?
You were, but now you. Okay, better.
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
You can't see me because I flip screens, right?
Okay. You kind of went froze up. You're a little better now. Just tell us who you like in baseball.
All right, there we go. Well, Marcus, we'll throw him out there. He's been on fire, and
yes,
let's get him out there with the Brewers today. So, and then I got to roll with the A's. I mean, I don't see how you got to pass on that opportunity there today. And I mean, when I flip the screen here, I got the Mets and the Rays. I like that over. And I got to roll with the Red Sox. I got a couple sides here today. And I'll probably have a little bit more action, but I'll fire that off to my clients. So, but right now, A's and Red Sox with the Mets and the Rays over would be my action today, pretty much. There we go. So I'm going to start marking. I think I'll go for just start pumping out my stuff for the next 30 days and just give out my picks, and we'll document them for For those doubters out there, how's that? Plenty of them.
Yeah, I'm looking. The only reason I did not like, and I normally would take Oakland, and I would back you here, Lou, but I talked myself off of it because even though Oakland is 4-1 in this Montas, he started at home 5 times. His ERA in those 5 starts is fucking 7, and his WHIP is like 1.7. It's just, I feel like he's due to you know, they're not going to be able to back him up every single time here, but. That's just how later. I didn't fade him. I'm not going against the spot. It's too much. But it made me.
It looks a little too inviting. We'll see.
It's like, I can see why it's inviting because his numbers are just awful at home. He gives up a lot.
That could be an over right there, guys. That one could be an over.
So who's going? You want me to go next?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So here we go. Major League Baseball. After yesterday, just mentioned, and I'll keep riding it. And if you watch this show, it's the kind of trend you should catch on to eventually. Yesterday, the St. Louis Cardinals advanced to now a perfect 8-0 in the starts by Joe Flaherty. And once again, I cashed it as a best bet play yesterday at plus 112. If I'd have bet it later, I would have got paid better. I mean, it was just the money was going against him and a 2-0 winner. So it's like he's literally on the top of the list, the number 1 moneymaker in MLB pitching. So till he loses, I'll just keep back it. Now, the one game he was minus 200. I actually 2 teams parlayed it with something else and won. But at those prices, I'm just going to always play St. Louis until he shows that they can't win. So for tonight, ended up best bet play for me, Major League Baseball. I'm going to do this again where I typically don't like it. Wade Miley, last time out, no hitter, really looked strong. But I did it the second time. I'm going to back a guy coming off a no hitter. It's just the situation and the momentum of the pitcher. And I like the price, man. They're almost forcing me to take this, get it even money with a pitcher on form. He threw quite a few. Tried a few pitches. I'm following the conversation.
Yeah.
I almost have to block this shit out over here. So I don't laugh.
Yes, I love you, Marcus. You know that, brother. You know that.
So, for me tonight, that's where the money best bet's going. Good price, solid price.
Why do you think the Red Rocket is the only one that's surviving this bullshit? The Red Rocket. We're going on the spaceship. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
The Red Rocket, the Great White Capper, providing you with daily winners.
What's up, Mike? Welcome back, buddy.
Yeah, good to see everybody. I'll have to let you guys discuss all that. Yeah, Cincinnati best bet. Who cares why? That's my best bet. I had plays on San Francisco. It got scratched. Pirates swapping pitchers out. I don't like the Giants at minus 200. I got scratched off. I will back Seattle. Flexing. He's in the top 5 of the moneymakers list. Take him at plus 102 all day long. Seattle coming off a loss yesterday. Trying to see. They had Cleveland. I didn't have Cleveland. I wanted Flexing yesterday. He got scratched. Cleveland was able to get the win, so it sets up. I like this spot here. Just basically one step down from the best bet. I like Seattle with Flexing. And then I got 2 more action plays, a little bit of juice. I got Arrieta at minus 130 and Milwaukee with Hauser at minus 124. So that's 4 plays I got for you guys, Major League Baseball. Cincinnati Reds are the best bet. Go ahead, guys.
Go ahead there, Mike. What the hell you got? Give us something.
Well, first off, I want to tell Mr. King Cap that everything's racist nowadays, if you noticed, if you've been paying attention. But I like one game only, guys. I like the same game as Tony, but I like over the total. I think the Reds are going to put up runs, and I don't think Wade Miley is going to be able to pull this off again. Most guys, after they throw a no-hitter, they do get rocked the next time out. Colorado, Coors Field, perfect situation for that. Over the total in Colorado tonight. That's all I got in MLB, guys. On to you, Lou.
All right, Colorado over. What's the number on that one? Ask him about your money.
Sorry, I stoned out. The number on that one is Let's see. I believe it's 10.5. It may have moved. Let me check.
All right. What, Marcus? Who's money? Who's money? Who's money? I love a good drama. Come on.
Easy money.
Who's money? He stole from your girlfriend.
Oh, that was a long time ago. But yeah, King Cap, if you want to send Yana her money back, it's up to you, brother.
What happened?
It's not even worth it. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep the show moving. The Colorado number has not moved off 10.5. It did open at 10.
I don't even need to read this yet. 10. You said over on Colorado, right?
10.5. Yeah, I think the.
I mean, it's Rocky Stadium, right?
Reds put up 6 or 7, and Colorado gets a 5 spot. So we're looking at the over on that one, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to go against the over there.
Yeah.
I know the one guy was doing good at home. The 1 year Chatwood had a good season at home for Colorado, but for the most part, it's tough to consistently keep the scores down in that stadium. The ball will fly out of there.
I mean, come on, Wade Miley after a no hitter. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. I don't. If he has a really good start, then he's going to prove me wrong. He's got a good record this year. He has had a couple good years, but I can't see it.
I'm still reading the notes. I'm trying to figure out what the hell they're saying.
We got the soap opera, sports betting, aliens, chasing.
We
got a show like this, huh?
Both y'all know about the gambling industry. It is a vice. There's going to be issues. There's going to be drama. So I mean, this was something that happened 2 years ago. I think it was to bring in the year 2019. It's not I mean, it wasn't like an astronomical amount. So it's really in the past.
All right. So we won't.
Sounds good to me.
But I will say this: a small
Whatever it
amount
is.
would be that's even more of a shame.
No, I know.
Hey, do you remember everybody? I know we've all seen the movie A Bronx Tale.
Yeah.
And I love the story I love out of that movie is when he pulls the kid back when he goes to chase the dude down for the $20. And he says, "Hey, why are you chasing? He owes me $20. He's been avoiding me. I'm going to go kick his ass. Fuck him." And he just calmly tells the kid, "Look,
That's $20 you ever spent."
Yeah, $20. He'll never ask to borrow money again. You'll never hear from him. You'll never, like I say, to me, sometimes if I get caught like that, if you catch me like that, I mean, I don't like it, but I just view it as you won't get me again, so don't even bother asking. But yeah, might be money well spent at the end of the day.
Oh, absolutely. So, Mike, you are free to defend yourself at any point here. I have no problem.
I don't know what the hell anybody's talking about.
Okay, so
lay it out. I don't give a shit.
I think Marcus.
None of my business. None of my
Marcus
business.
is kind of like me. Marcus remembers stuff from old shows.
Well,
I mean, if I get fucked by somebody, if I get fucked by somebody, I'll remember it. Whether I care, is a different story.
Yeah.
But certainly,
so you're going to call me out. You know how I get. Look at that fucking pedophile pusher, Eli.
I mean, that's when you're a prosecutor in court trying to sneak in some questions, and they object, and you go, "Your Honor, this goes toward credibility." I objection overruled. Go ahead and answer the question.
Lou, which Eli are you talking about?
Eli Roller.
Oh, he mentioned something about me doing shows with you. He's like, and he said something about I lost my mind.
Yeah. So.
Now, who hasn't lost their mind?
I know Eli from the chat. Me and Tony are in, and I don't know if he's watching, but he is on that super left liberal side. He can get kind of.
What do you want me to do? If you're there, I'm going to call you. Then what you are?
I gotta ask.
You protect pedophiles. I'm going to call you out on it. All right, let's get.
No, I agree.
Basketball.
NBA. You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, go ahead, Roger.
I just got one fucking game. Back up, lost 2, but won the last 2 last night. It was a pretty. And the money was going against me. I had the Denver Nuggets. I actually paid steep price, 5.5. Ended up winning by double digits. Maybe got a little close, but the money by tip off, that shit was like down to 2.5. So was able to get that for the year. Really doing well in the NBA. Hopefully have a good weekend to finish. But being highly selective with these games, really not wanting to do much with any of these games, to be honest. But for tonight, I settled on the Washington Wizards, doing what I don't like to do with this team, lay points. But I think after a couple tough losses, they played a lot of close games in the past couple of weeks. I think they'll find an opponent in Cleveland who is making their golf reservations. They're roasted, and the the Wizards have to win this game. So I like them to cover this. Anything single digits, I think, is good for the Wizards, and that's who I'm going with as my lone play in the NBA tonight, guys.
All right. I have no play in the NBA tonight, and I did one time and reared at the walls and the ceilings. What you talking about, acid or something, Marcus? Stared at the. You did. What'd you do? Oh, puff. I don't know. What did you do one time? Did you do it again, and all of a sudden you thought you were telling us? Anyways, why don't you roll with your stuff, Mikey Sharp? What do we got?
Right.
By the way, hold on. Red, Vic the Nick will be here tomorrow in the office, so we'll do our 9 a.m. show tomorrow, and you guys can follow up with that right into that. Right,
that'd be perfect. Yeah, I'll be home so we can have a good connection. No issues with the lead vault at the Luxor, man. Been better off trying to fucking drill a hole through the roof and try to get a signal out of there, man. It was awful Wi-Fi. I was up in the room, dude. It was like dead space, man. Nothing. You could connect, but it would just spin. Nowhere near enough to do a streaming of anything. It was just. I was a dissatisfied customer with their Wi-Fi there. In case you go to the Luxor, you won't be doing no streaming from the rooms.
Mark was talking about you when you you did something. I'm not sure.
That's acid, dude. I did a hit of LSD. Not many in my life, dude. Just a couple times. One was when Hurricane Hugo hit Charlotte, North Carolina, in like 1988, with my friend Reggie, who is now deceased. Rest in peace, buddy. He gave me the hit of acid. He was a deadhead, a black deadhead from Rochester, New York. And we sat in our apartments. We were roommates, and I did a hit of acid. And at night, the pitch black dark, man, we took a flashlight, and we just started spinning it off the walls, man, back and forth. And I did. I was like laid back in my chair, just the hurricanes pulling. You can hear the wind and the trees breaking. But I'm just watching these lines of light stay on the wall for like minutes, man. It was hardcore. But then I was like, when I was done, I was like, yeah, I don't think I really want to do that again. But for that one night, it was kind of special. And it was with my buddy, so I liked it. Good memory.
Right, Marcus. You see that movie? Right? Marcus wants to know.
Mississippi Grind. It's not ringing a bell. Help me out.
I've seen it. I'm trying to remember who's the lead actor, Marcus. Was it the guy from
I need a clue.
Or was it? I can't remember who was the lead actor. But anyway, guys, I'll go ahead and I'll give you my NBA. This is just a coincidence. I've seen every game Tony's on. Obviously, I'm gonna say I'm playing the total, but I think he's right about the Wizards, but I also like the over because I think they're gonna really pour it on. They've been pouring it on against the Hawks. I've cashed on those every time on the show. So why would I fix it if it's working? I'm going Wizards over the posted total of 227. I think they score between about 135 to 145 tonight. So I think they're gonna, as long as Cleveland can get 100, I think you're gonna be smooth sailing. Westbrook absolutely will get a triple double. I mean, that's what he's been averaging. He may actually get 20, 20, and 20 tonight. Bold prediction, but he may get 20, 20, and 20 in the blowout win. And then later, I just think you don't go against this team right now. Now, someone might need to correct me if Golden State needs the game or they're trying to rest or their philosophy, but I just like the Golden State Warriors. I believe it's a pick 'em now. Golden State will be my late play and Wizards over is my early play. Lou, on to you.
All right, I am just typing in your plays there. So that way, on to me. I have no NBA, so that's all she wrote for me today.
Ryan Reynolds, that's it.
Ryan Reynolds, Mississippi Grind. Have you heard that movie, Ben?
That's a good one. You guys should check it out.
You haven't seen it, Ryan Reynolds? No. My wife's shaking her head at me as well. it's not ringing a bell for either of us. Maybe we'll have to check it out. What is it? A drama, comedy?
It's all about a gambler, I think, that actually goes to Mississippi, which I can kind of relate with that because I've been to Biloxi a couple times now at the stand at the Beau Rivage.
So, a gambling themed movie?
Yeah, gambling themed movie. I think the guy, I'm assuming there's some drug activity because, I mean, from the transition of what Marcus was talking about. So I'm assuming I think Ryan Reynolds was getting pretty messed up with the movie.
So it's what I call a chemically induced haze. Is what
he was playing poker. So that's why they call it the grind. You know, a lot of poker players grind.
Okay. You probably need like some meth or something for that, right? Probably is that where they're going, where you just like get zoned in and just tweak for 12 hours straight playing poker, I guess.
Man, after sitting in the chair for 4 hours, I could go about 4 hours after that.
That's what those those daily tournaments, when I first few times I went to Vegas, I played in some and I cashed, you put up like $100. I cashed a few, made the biggest one was $500, $600 I made on one. But yeah, it's the time. If you need to kill a day and you're a slow, patient poker player like me and you want to take a chance, that's a good way to, $100.
They got that.
You could just kind of kill time and shit.
I know they got the monster stack over at the Venetian, and that was actually.
I will say this: I'll give the Great White Capper a shout out here. It was a couple years ago. He told me basically Texas Fold'em is how you should play, and once I started playing like that, I've actually had a lot better success.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
And what happens too if you play that style, Matt? And I'm not telling you how to play or how I play, but what will happen naturally with the people you play with is they'll begin to have more respect for you. Yeah. When every time you show your cards, you got what you need. 95% of the time, if they try to call you down and you flip it over, the times you flip it over, it makes the once in a blue moon that I need to steal one work like a fucking charm, dude.
Yeah, it's true too.
And like I say, I don't like to bluff. But when I do, I like to be in a position where I think I can make it work. And the style I play kind of helps. But it doesn't work as well when I play with the same group of people all the time, dude. I don't care who you play with, man. I did good at this talking stick when I first moved out here. That's what I did. I went and played poker. We spent days playing poker out here at talking stick. You kind of get to know the same people, and they know you too. So when I would put down the re-raise, I ain't never seen cars flying to the fucking pot. It's hard to get it going. You try to be sneaky every time. You try to do anything but those guys, they know, man. Oh, any move you make into the pot, the guys respect that you've got something. They don't even want to fuck around. Only the couple idiots are the ones that'll hang around, and it's tough. It makes it boring, man. So that's what I think about the poker. Cash games can get long and hard. And the multi-table ones, it's just, it's the time thing.
You play a cash game long enough, you're just circle jerking with the house, and they're all
it is. It gets tough, man, because you know everybody. It's the same dudes, man. It's literally like the same dudes. I know the guy's bluffing. Or I know he's good, and I don't play many hands to begin with, so that kind of, I might play the 15 to 20% of the hands or whatever, something kind of low number.
I spent 5 years working the World Series of Poker for ESPN. And during that time, I sat through, I really did pick Chris Moneymaker to win the tournament before it started. So,
he showed the good enough cards so that one bluff he pulled off against Sam Farha. I remember that shit. And Sam Farha was kicking his own ass. Because Sam Farha was actually a pretty good card player. And Moneymaker bluffed him on the biggest hand in that showdown, man. He bluffed the fuck out of Farha. Farha, with a pretty mediocre fucking hand, should have known he was playing a green guy and he was bluffing him. But, he had shown enough good hands that day or whatever to where Sam folded. And that was pretty much it. That one hand did him in.
He was able to have a stone face.
Moneymaker missed the flush and bluffed it all, went all in. And Farha was sitting there with like a pair of nines with the best hand, but couldn't make the call. And that was pretty much it. So I do remember that. I remember some of those poker. That's back when poker just hit again. I started playing maybe a couple years after that moneymaker shit. So did everybody else, right? There was like 10 million people started playing when Chris Moneymaker won. Who was the other big dude, man? Greg Raymer.
Yeah, he was right after Moneymaker.
Big guy, dude. Just like, please don't put me next to him at the table. I like to have a little bit of elbow room, dude. I don't need to have my quadrant cramped up. That's like in the airplane, man. Hey, if I see that dude on the airplane, I'm begging. I'm not sitting in the same row.
Nowadays, you might get a space. You get the middle seats open.
Hey, not anymore. I think they're back to sardine packing those middle seats, dude.
Yeah.
You don't want to. That's the worst thing you can do on getting on the airplane and seeing a big guy, and you're just like I say, please, no. I'm like, can't breathe until I find out if I have to like try to squeeze in next to that guy. Holy shit! Maybe that's just me. I don't mean to pick on. I'm sorry. Maybe that's politically incorrect.
Well, and you know what's funny about Raymond? he's a huge lib too.
I mean. Think about it, dude. 2-3 hours packed in there with some. Yeah, sorry, guys.
It's not comfortable.
I don't like it. I never have liked it. I don't like flying much.
At any sporting event, it's a nightmare.
Right. I mean, if you don't like flying to begin with, that will not improve your your mood to get squeezed into a seat beside somebody that's like half falling into yours. You're like this for 3 hours, dude.
Alrighty. You ready to get out? I got all the way over here for 20 minutes, but I gotta go. So
hey, I'm ready to go too, dude.
You got them all to walk away.
Thanks. I don't mind. That's the way you do it too, right? Like the street barkers, the street acts, anybody that makes money on the street. You'll keep doing your shit till the last motherfucker walks away. You'll just stand there doing your shit.
I got other shit to do.
Me too, man.
To both of y'all, are you guys in cryptocurrency?
No, I have not. I don't have not one red cent in it. But that's just me.
I'm assuming Lou not either.
Boomer. That's all I have. Okay, Boomer. Go ahead, Boomer. Call me Boomer. No money in crypto. Zero.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of
wipe it out at some point. It's gonna be gone, and it's gonna happen overnight, like a thief in the night.
Something. I always say my issue.
I appreciate the play.
Right.
Bet it, cash it out, go buy a little bit more.
Wow, yeah, you got
it again. Keep betting the dips. I mean, I respect that.
I love it. But here's my issue with the crypto, buddy. And here's my issue. When the building sets on fire, how many motherfuckers can squeeze through the door before the building burns down? Yeah, I don't want to be, how many motherfuckers can get out of the building? Like that nightclub in Rhode Island when Great White set the building on fire and killed all those people. Do we remember that? Warwick, Rhode Island, Great White concert.
So if you're going to beat the game, if you're beating the game in and out and in and out and in and out, and you're beating the game, yeah. If you're sitting on it, waiting for it, it may hit that 500,000, the Bitcoin. I don't know.
Obviously, there's Bitcoin, but I'll just throw out one name and we'll get out of here. But what I have is I got a pretty decent amount of. It's called OMG Network, so that's pretty easy to remember. That's all I'll throw out there. I mean, I think it's a potentially
OMG.
OMG Network, or OMG is the symbol, and it's priced at right around $10. And from everything that I'm seeing,
how do you buy it? How do you buy it?
You gotta get a wallet.
You get the app. Coinbase Pro is the best place to buy with the cheapest piece.
So you verify yourself in the Coinbase, and then you dump money into your wallet, and then you can buy and sell.
The reason why you use Pro is if you buy $1,000 worth of something, they charge you only $4. If you use regular Coinbase, they charge you about $44. So
Yeah, so it's like worse than the stock. That's why it sounds like a. I mean, we've all seen trading places,
game, baby. You're in game.
Hey, we've all seen trading places, man. It's the new game in town. Mortimer, Duke. No matter whether the stock market goes up or whether the stock market goes down, Duke and Duke get the commissions, and that's the way. I see the whole game being collecting that fee, buying and selling, dude. That sounds nice, dude. $4 on the 1,000. Hell, how do you be the guy that buys and sells it? I wonder.
Well, you got to hold, but like Lou said, you got to set a sell limit, be ready to dump it, and then buy back in on the dip. So it's and
yeah,
the thing is, it's like
I just want to collect the commission fees on the buying and selling. I just want that part.
Well,
I don't care if it goes up or down. I get the commission. I want to be that. Yeah, I want to be the bookie, like Eddie Murphy said. He gets it. Yes, he gets it.
Platform is what I mean. If any one of us got a platform and said, "Hey, we're going to beat Coinbase by, we'll slash it in half," you're still making money. So.
How about I just create my own coin?
Well, I thought about doing that too.
Have like this right here on the coin and shit. This is the coin right here. This image would be the coin. Yeah. And maybe my ugly face on the back or something, and then boom.
Boom shakalaka.
All right, I'm out of here, guys. Be back in the morning.
All right, guys. See you tomorrow morning.